Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. In this video, we'll solve a problem using trigonometry model. As per the problem, determine an equation for each sine function. We are given these two graphs and we have to write a sine function equation for each one. Let's start with the one on the left side. The first step is to write the general equation of a transformed sine function. The equation is different teachers use different letters for A, K, D, and C, but the rules and the transformations are the same. We have to find the A, K, D, and C values for this function. As per the given graph, the maximum value for the function is 2. The minimum value is -4. We can use these two values to find the amplitude and equation of axis for this function. The formula for amplitude is maximum value minus minimum value divided by 2. The amplitude is 3. Next we can find the equation of axis. The formula is maximum value plus minimum value divided by 2. I get -1. Equation of axis is a horizontal line, so we write it as an equation y equals -1. Next we can find the period of the given function. Period represents the length of one full cycle. We can calculate it as the distance between two consecutive maximum points or minimum points on the graph of the function. In this case, we can use the minimum points. The period will be this distance between these two minimum points. And as per the scale on the x-axis, this distance is pi units. So the period is pi. Now we can find the values of A, K, D, and C. For the given graph, we can use positive sine function. So A value will be equal to the amplitude, which is equal to 3. We can calculate the K value using the formula for period. The pi's cancel each other out. So the K value is 2. Next, we can calculate the C value. C value is equal to the value we got for equation of axis, -1. Next, we can find the D value. D value is based on phase shift or horizontal translation. For this given graph, we should analyze a point that lies on the curve and the equation of axis or the midline. This is the equation of axis. We should analyze this point on the curve because this point lies on the midline as well. and it lies on the curve that goes in the upward direction from left to right. There's a very important concept we need to understand and memorize to find phase shift for a transformed sine function. If there is no phase shift or no horizontal translation, this point would have been on the y-axis. That means the phase shift in this case is equal to 1 square. As per the scale on the x-axis, 4 squares are equivalent to pi units. So 1 square is equivalent to pi over 4 units. This is a very important concept we need to understand for problems like this one. That means the phase shift in this case is pi over 4 units to the right side. And since the phase shift is to the right side, d value is positive. So the value of d is pi over 4. Now we can use these values to write the equation for the sine function. This should be the final answer for the first graph. Now we can analyze the second graph. We can start by writing the general equation of a transformed sine function. We have to find the values of a, k, d, and c. As per the given graph, the maximum value of the function is 4. The minimum value is 0. Now we can calculate the amplitude and equation of axis. The formula for amplitude is max value minus min value divided by 2. Now we can calculate the equation of axis. The formula is maximum value plus minimum value divided by 2. Next, we can find the period for this function. Period is the length of one full cycle. It can be found by finding the distance between two consecutive minimum points or maximum points on the graph. In this graph, we are given two consecutive minimum points. One of them is here at negative 3.5 and the other one on the right side is at 2.5. We can calculate the distance between these 2 points by subtracting negative 3.5 from 2.5. Which is equal to 6. So the period for this function is 6. Now we can write the a, k, d, and c values for the function. For this graph, we should use a positive sine function. So a value is equal to amplitude. For k, we should use the formula for period. k is equal to pi over 3. C value is equal to the value we got for equation of axis 2. Next we can calculate the d value, which represents phase shift. For that we have to analyze a point on the curve that lies on the equation of the axis or the midline as well. The equation of axis or the midline is at 2. We can analyze this point here that lies on the curve and the equation of axis or the midline, and it lies on part of the curve that goes up as we go from left to right along the curve. If there is no phase shift or no horizontal translation, this point would have been on the y-axis. That means the phase shift for this function is 4 units to the right because this point has an x coordinate equal to 4. So the d value is positive 4 because the phase shift is to the right side. We could have also analyzed this point here that lies on the curve and the equation of the axis or midline, and this part of the curve also goes up as we go from left to right along the curve. We can use either of these 2 points to identify the phase shift. The equation of the function will be considered correct. Now we can use these values to write the equation of the function. This should be the final answer for the second given graph. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. I hope you find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.